In this video, we're going to show you how we use the Beame SDK to host a little file sharing server from a virtual machine. This can be almost any Linux or Raspberry Pi install. In this case, I'm just doing it on a VM of Kali Linux, just what I happen to do to have installed, but you can do the exact same pretty much on everything else. So the first step is to install NGS, and then you can run this. Now, we are assuming that at this point you already have the Gatekeeper installed. If you don't have the Gatekeeper installed, please go watch a Gatekeeper installation video or tutorials. There are plenty on our YouTube channel, and install one. So, but just here we go and click Create Registration Token. So what this does is it actually creates an ephemeric registration token that will allow this other device to create a certificate, right? A publicly trusted certificate, and use the Beame proxy server. So this really becomes a publicly accessible web server with a host name that is like pretty much impossible to guess. Obviously, right, this is still kind of a security issue because this is just open to everybody. But in the next couple of weeks, we're going to add some functionality to that to lock it down and challenge for client cert and this kind of good stuff. But this is, typical situation of functionality versus security. And I think, this sort of a use case where you need to transfer a file from one place to another place quickly and just, have the functionality there. So anyway, so now we just did the get creds command using the token that we just generated in our Gatekeeper. We got a new FQDN. And now we're gonna just launch a little web file sharing server through HTTPS on this virtual machine. I'm gonna do another video like this with Windows. So the way that I use this is I use it to share data, like if I'm checking out malware or just any VM work, especially with malicious content. I've seen clipboard exploits, and I have successfully encrypted my host machine because of a shared folder in a VM, and so I just don't want to do that anymore, right? So I mean, I lost my vimrc and stuff like that, so I don't want to do that anymore. And so I find this, for me, very convenient because I can quickly pop this in. I mean, it's still a challenge to copy the token over from the host and and get the URL back, but I mean, you could do this with Netcat, and I'll make another video like that, which will be focused on specifically kind of a more malware scenario and kind of the way that I do this. Anyway, so now we're running using the run static server command, and that will just start, so it takes two parameters: FQDN, which is the new host name that just was issued to you by your Gatekeeper and came across in that token. And the second parameter is which folder do you want to show. Now, I know I'm running under root. This is just like a ephemeric VM that I installed, right? And this could be malware research VM for that matter. The fact that I have the Gatekeeper on the same machine kind of doesn't matter for the purposes of our example. Anyway, so you do that, and so what the first thing that it does is it updates the DNS record, and it tells you, hey, here is your publicly accessible address, and this is the keys for this, right, are now were both generated and are currently present on this machine. What else is important to mention about this? Well, now I'm going to go try and demo you this thing, and we're going to see that the folder is empty. And the folder is empty, and now I'm going to try to copy my batch RC in there. And of course it starts with a dot, so it won't immediately appear. So, but just just to show you the concept. I mean, I find this a very, very quick and a very convenient way to share files between VMs, between instances to other guys and stuff like that. And the nice thing about it is that when it's all said and done, you just stop using that host name, or you revoke it if you want to. But I mean, you can use it once and never use it again. And so I find that this offers, for me, right, enough security and kind of I like using this a lot. So click share, like, and subscribe for more. And here we're going to finally see our batch RC in the browser from this other machine. Right, and so you get this, right? This is publicly accessible. Anybody can log into this and get this if they know this FQDN. Right? Not ideal security-wise, but very useful.